Salut YouTube! Welcome back to Unintentionally Frenchified. This video is dedicated to all those mamas or expecting moms out there living in Paris or any big city where you don't have a lot of storage space for your new baby. I feel like Google has some kind of special cookie that knows that you've conceived before you've even seen the positive sign on the pregnancy test. They start sending all of those crazy baby ads your way. So the decorations, the accessories, the beds, the clothes, the bottles, it is so fracking overwhelming. And the thing is, when you don't have a lot of space, you really can't afford to crack and overbuy a bunch of stuff. And thank goodness, because honestly, half that crap out there they're trying to sell you, or even more than half of it, is so not necessary. So today I'm going to talk to you about the top 6 things I wish I had never spent my money or my storage space on when Eleanor was between 0 to 6 months. I'm hoping that this will stop you from doing the same thing as me, and if you've already bought all of these things, then we can bask in our stupidity together, because I really regret buying this stuff. So if you're ready, c'est parti! Baby clothes. Now, I'm gonna go into more specificity than just the general baby clothes, because as soon as you find out you're pregnant, I feel like everyone's first instinct is run to the closest baby store, pick out the tiniest, cutest, most adorable outfit and buy it. And the thing is, I excuse you for your weakness because it is so fun. However, when it comes to baby clothes, there's actually more reasons not to go and buy than there is to go and buy. 1, you will get so many clothes as gifts, so honestly, just wait and see what you actually need. 2, babies grow so fast. If you go out and buy like 50 one-month-old outfits, already you won't have the time to put them in it, and imagine that your baby comes out and it's already in 2-month size clothes. Just wait. Also, remember that you're going to be crazy sleep deprived, so you're not going to really be changing your baby into all these cute outfits like you think you will, because you'll be so exhausted. Babies from like 0 to 3 and even older than that months, they live in PJs. So really think about that when you go out and buy the cutest little tights and get up with a dress or the little corduroy overalls for the boy. They live in PJs. Also, number 4, you'll have favorite outfits that you're going to want to re-put them back in over and over. And the funny thing is, it's not going to be the outfit that's the cutest outfit that you love. It's going to be the most practical one. The one that you can put your squirming little troll in as easily as possible. So anything with zippers or even snaps over buttons. I don't know who invented buttons on babies' clothes, but they are hell on a horse. Honestly, the best gift we ever got, shout out to my friend Caroline, was a magnetic onesie. You slid the baby in and then it just went and clipped on. They're crazy expensive, so I wouldn't recommend buying a ton of them, but amazing. Let's just round this up by saying, if you are lacking space, the best thing that you can possibly do is not overbuy clothes, because you don't need to just think about where to store the clothes when they can actually wear them and it's the right size. You have to think what to do with them afterwards. If you're not ready yet to say sell them or give them away or loan them or whatever, they've got to be stored in the room. It takes up so much space. So take my word for it. Really try to hold back on the amount of clothes you get for a baby from 0 to 6 months. Just wait and see. Oh, a car seat. How I fell victim to the marketing scheme that I needed a car seat even though I don't have a car. That was a big mistake. Because the thing to really keep in mind is when you don't have a car to store your car seat when you're not using it, it stays in the house. And when you live in a 40-meter square apartment, the car seat takes up precious space. Now, there are a lot of strollers out there where you can clip a car seat onto the stroller and it sounds so easy when the baby's sleeping and you want to go outside, you can clip it on, blah, blah, blah. If you don't have a car, it is not necessary. I believed that there were going to be so many places where we'd need a car seat because we travel a lot, we move around a lot, we go away on the weekends, we take cabs, and granted, there are a lot of moments where we need a car seat, but there are so many ways to facilitate having a car seat without actually owning one and taking up space in your house. Because you can easily order cabs with car seats, you can easily ask your friends to borrow one, you can like Facebook Marketplace, any Facebook group of moms you belong to will loan out their car seats. Really, we could have found a car seat for every single moment that we needed one. Even when we took a car for a month this summer, we could have just rented from the rental place a car seat. And honestly, the price of car seats these days, whenever I stub my toe on the car seat that is sitting in our house, I want to pick it up and chuck it out the window. And then I remember how much money we spent on this car seat, and I remind myself that it's an investment that we need to keep. But honestly, do not make the same mistake. You can easily get by without a car seat in the city. Okay, a baby phone. A baby phone doesn't take up that much space, I will admit. However, you can easily get by without a baby phone in 40 meters squared, and I just regret this purchase immensely. So to give you an understanding of the layout of our place, we live in a 40 meter squared apartment. I'm actually filming in the living room. I can see onto the kitchen. I can see the two doors to the bathroom and the toilets, as well as the door to my daughter's room. And then our room is right here. We're like all within 10 steps maximum each other. And before she arrived, I really convinced myself that in order to hear her when she cried, I would need a baby phone. First off, people recommend that the baby, the pediatricians, doctors recommend, with all the fake news out there, that a baby sleeps by your bed for 6 months. We didn't do that with Eleanor. That was our own personal choice. But in any case, you really don't need one if they're sleeping right next to the bed, but I thought that I would need one to hear her cry at night when she was in her own room. Now, if you're a parent, you're probably laughing your butt off at me because I was such a heavy sleeper that I was sure I wouldn't hear her cry. I don't know what happened. Motherhood is very creepy, but literally that girl can sneeze in her room during the night and I jolt awake, making sure that everything's okay. You do not need a baby phone to hear your child when you're in such a small space. Not to mention, this is personal to me, but I actually felt like the baby phone was a bit crippling in the sense that I would sometimes turn it on to watch when I really didn't need to, or I would just get anxious because I knew at any second I could look and see what she was doing in her bed and was she sleeping and was she awake, and it was a little bit too much. We have not used the baby phone in our house since she was about 3 weeks, 4 weeks old. It's been great though, to be fair, on trips where, for example, this summer we were in the pool and she was sleeping in her room, not too far away, and we wanted to be able to see her when we were outside. That was great and that was worth it. But again, you can borrow stuff like that from people online all the time in your neighborhood. You don't have to actually buy one. So the baby phone was definitely not a necessary purchase in such a small space. A baby bath. Listen, I don't have that much to say about it, except it's not necessary, especially when you've got a sink in your place. So, of course, a baby bath is convenient. The little baby can lay back a little bit and you can stick them inside the bath safely and fill up the bathtub with a little bit of water. And it's absolutely 100% convenient. But when it comes to space, it is not necessary when you have a massive sink. I mean, the baby can be bathed in the sink for such a long time. You don't actually really need that. And as I've been saying, my big mantra is hesitate. If you're hesitating, then wait. Seriously, hesitate, wait. I have this, I think, a lot of people have this feeling before you have a baby that you need to have everything bought and ready for any occasion. And that's totally not the case. And my husband, while he was also adjusting to being a new dad, his main role after Eleanor was born and I was breastfeeding or doing something was to run out and go get the things that we had said, oh, let's wait and see if we really need it. And then when we needed it, we would go out and get it. So really just wait. If you're not sure about the baby bath, don't get it. And then if you decide later you want it, perfect. But just wait. Changing table. So this is not exactly fair on my list because I didn't buy it, but I am so happy that we did not waste our money on a changing table. So Eleanor's room is about 7 meters squared. It's literally so small that on our insurance for a house, it's not even considered a room. So when it came to already putting her bed and her dresser full of her clothes and a little closet and some decorations, we didn't really have a lot more space. And we kept saying, okay, but what about the changing table? And finally we decided, you know what? We're just gonna get her a foam, little changing mat, and we're just gonna put the mat where we want, sometimes on her bed to change her, sometimes in the bathroom, sometimes on the floor. Let's just kind of go without the changing table so that we have more space to walk walk in her room and see if we need it later. And we never bought the changing table, and I don't regret it at all. I think a changing table is nice, obviously, if you have the space, and also nice if maybe you need the storage underneath, but at some point you don't need the changing table anymore. So I would recommend, if you want the storage, to get a really nice dresser that's going to grow up with the baby as they get older, and just put a changing, little mat on top of the dresser and make your own little changing table on top while you need it there. And then when you don't need it anymore, you're not going to have to like resell and rebuy stuff and just... Oh my goodness, toys, baby toys. Babies from 0 to 6 months, I don't know if babies in general really need toys, but babies from 0 to 6 months really don't need any toys. I don't know if you've seen that video of the mom, and it's more of a toddler-aged kid, I think, but she puts in front of her baby like a shiny new toy that she's probably spent 20 bucks on, and then she puts like these rando stuff from the house, like, I don't know, a remote control, a nasty onion, a blanket. The kid always goes for the thing that is not a toy. There is so much interest in everything going on around them that having a toy is not a necessity. Especially, you'll get them as gifts, so you don't necessarily need to buy them. And if you really feel like you want to buy something for entertainment, I totally recommend books, secondhand, going to the library, because those you can start reading at any age, and there's always some form of entertainment with a book. But the actual toys that they don't ever end up playing with, or they play for like 2 seconds and then they like throw it to the side and never play with again. We just have like a bucket full of toys, and it's not necessarily stuff we bought, but still some of it is and some of it's gifts, and I'm just like, she doesn't care at all. She would rather play with like my acne cream tube in the bathroom than she would with her really nice toys. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed my top 6. We've all had different experiences out there, whether you're a mama in a small space or a big space. If you've wasted your money on things, or there are things you wish you hadn't have bought, and please put them in the comments below so that we can help everyone out there who's hesitating, who's not sure what to get for their baby. Sending lots of bisous to all the superhero parents out there, or moms and dads to be, and I'll see everybody next week.